Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, I really want to talk about, is Tesla stock dying? Is it ever going to recover? What's going on with it? So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you get anything in value, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so let's first talk about Tesla's technical analysis. So this is going to be all of the charting. This is going to be support, resistance, price target, everything like that. So looking at this stock chart, you guys can see that yes, we have a beautiful upward trend. So if we mark out the lows, we have a nice solid upward trend. You guys can see it's hit all of these lows, pretty consistently. Now, we did get this huge buying pressure really from $400 all the way to $900. You guys can see it hit that. It went up literally 120% of value in a very, very short amount of time, within like 3 or 4 months. Everybody was buying Tesla stock. It did the split. Everything was going on with it. It released earnings. It had high deliveries. And then we hit this $900 mark. It hit it multiple times and had a very hard time breaking above it. So that's what you call a resistance line. So that's a very hard point for Tesla to break above. And now we had this extreme selling pressure, really going from, that $900 mark all the way down to about $555. So that is a very, very overall huge and major sell-off. When that happened, you guys can see it hit this RSI and was at around a 28. So anytime it really falls below the 25, that means it's very undervalued and there's a lot of buying pressure and a lot of upward potential in a reversal that could happen. And so that's kind of what we saw, is we saw this become very undervalued. Huge amount of investors saw that as an opportunity to invest, and the stock really skyrocketed up, and it hit that the 550 mark and went all the way up to about $700 in a single day. So now, as of today, you guys can see it did sell off a little bit. So what does that mean? Is it ever going to hit those highs again? Well, yes, it will. With Tesla is a growth stock, and with growth stocks, there is an extreme amount of volatility. For all the people that invested in Amazon when they were young, or Apple, there has been countless amounts of times that Amazon or Apple have gone up 20%, down 40%. The way you have to look at investing into growth stocks is all long term. All this short term volatility, honestly, use it to your advantage. With this major sell off, use that as an opportunity to invest. So like a lot of people did, they bought in at around 550, stock went up to 700, and now sold off here. Me personally, I still think Tesla is undervalued here, even trading for around $664. The reason why I say that is because you guys can see every time it's used this overall 200 moving average line as support, this yellow line here, you guys can see buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, all this buying pressure. Then we hit that, we got sell off. And now, instead of the stock being above it, it's below it. So what that means, it's now resistance. So it's going to have selling pressure there instead of buying pressure. So that's pretty much what we got. It came in contact, selling pressure. So now what that means is right now it's having a hard time deciding whether there's more buyers or sellers. And that's fantastic for long-term investors, because the longer the stock stays undervalued, that brings a lot more opportunity where you can get more shares. That's kind of my mindset, because I understand Tesla carries a lot of long-term potential. They are the front runner in the electric auto space. They're getting, record deliveries pretty much every quarter. The only thing that's not very good about Tesla is their margin. Their gross margin is around 2%. So for every $100 they bring in, they only profit $2. But obviously, they're still, in my opinion, a growth stock. So there's a lot of upward potential, and I really believe that they can work on that number here. But looking at the revenue here, you guys can see the total revenue has always increased, which is phenomenal. So you guys can see, let me go ahead and make this a little bigger so you guys can see. So 2018, we had 21, 2019, 24, 2020, 31, and then 31 here for this past one here. But overall, Tesla, in my opinion, carries a ton of potential. My price target for this is for it to come back up to about $850 to $900 by mid to late this year. I really believe it can do that. All it needs is a good amount of buying pressure to come in. It needs some sort of fundamental catalyst, some sort of good earnings, some sort of good news. And I really believe we'll see that number. And people are going to look back and wish they bought Tesla here for $664. A lot of people always like to compare this, because it has a very, very high price to earnings. But the way you have to look at it, when Amazon was trading for $600, Amazon had a price to earnings at $3,200. And at the time, everyone was like, oh, you should not buy Amazon. It's overvalued. It's not worth the investment. But now, looking back, you'd have been almost foolish not to invest in it. So I have a very, very similar mindset here with Tesla with that. But overall, me personally, I think that this is a perfect opportunity to invest, and there's so much potential for Tesla stock here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got anything value, hit that like button and subscribe. If you guys want to learn more about investing in the market, check out my course, and we'll see you later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care.